Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where last episode we began our invasion of the Japanese home islands. We have two separate invasions going on here, and they're oddly both getting air supply. But okay, that's fine. We are working up over here, but we can see that we are already under attack by the Japanese. They're not okay with our situation over here. I don't blame them for not being okay with this. But there we go. We'll go ahead and do some nukage over there to make sure that that's going to be fine. We're also going to re-nuke over this way. However, look at this. We do have some naval bases over here now. So that is amazing. We're going to go ahead and nuke those. Let's take a look at our strategic naval mode. Okay. We have definitely made gains in the naval department. We knew that would happen. And, I mean, it obviously happened last episode because these invasions went off, right? So we knew that that would be a thing. However, I want to check in on our supply situation over here. I want to select this army. I want to bring in all of this army over here right now. We're not going to bring in more than this because the supply situation is going to be grim. We're still going to airdrop our supplies. And we are just making our way in over this way. We need to obviously continue the nukes up over here, which is already happening. Kaboom. And at this point, we do expect Japan to have quite a large amount of manpower shortage. They're pumping a lot of manpower into this. 401k. Yeah, so that's definitely an improvement. These guys are on their way over, and they will get resupplied over here quite shortly. We are expecting another naval base to finish over here, right? Did we not start a naval base construction over here? I feel like we did. We did. It did finish. It's just hidden underneath their nameplates. Okay, sure. That is fine. And with our reinforcements on their way in, we should have enough to have this fairly well equipped. Perfect. Now, we want to take some percentage of this, and I'm going to have that percentage be 8 units. These 8... I don't know that we can frontline over here. Oh, we can. Perfect. We're going to have them frontline over here, and they are going to offensive line down like this. They'll go ahead and get started on that, but the rest of these, they are going to offensive line up to be like that for now, and they'll go ahead and get started on that. As far as these guys go, we want them to still continue to dig in. They definitely have some supply issues up over here, and we need to let this finish up. So that'll be fine. We will continue to nuke over here to give coverage for our naval bases being built. Perfect. At this point, I don't think we're going to see additional naval invasions from Japan. I think they've got other problems that they're thinking about. So we're going to begin pushing out over here, no problem whatsoever. Once we get a few more supplies over here, we can bring in this army, and that'll be fine. Up here, we can definitely see there's a lot of Japanese troops, but we can continue to nuke them. No problem. We have air superiority. What are they going to do? Whole lot of nothing is the answer. They're not going to do anything. So we're going to push out over this way. No problem, we've taken Hiroshima. And that, of course, means that we are getting some supply flow over here. Or additional supply flow. We already had some, so that is great. We're seeing them attacking from up over here, which is interesting, to be sure. We'll nuke up there. And for good measure, we'll nuke all of this front line over here, at least as soon as this autosave is over. There we go. Fantastic. Kaboom. No problems whatsoever. We're making gains over here. I'm going to nuke Kokura here. I would love to take Kokura. Of course, I'd just generally love to take this whole island and only have the one front over here. That would be nice. This invasion seems pretty over to me, honestly. We got established, and we're completely fine. Checking up over here, how long on these naval base constructions? A while yet, okay? We only need one level of naval base in each of these regions, though. So this will be completely fine. Absolutely no problem. I would like to send a couple of units like up over this way and attack this, but I feel like our supplies are so low over here that I don't want to tempt it. We do have 0.37 air supply coming in up here now, so that's something. What do we have for transport planes? 32! Okay, sure. That's fine. So we have some level of supply flow over here. It's not a lot, but it's hopefully enough to keep us from being stack wiped. That said, we can prevent them from attacking us through use of nukes, and so we shall. Excellent. These guys are now cut off. Actually, they do have supplies down here in Nagasaki. That is definitely a thing that they have. And we're going to do something like this. There we go. Yeah, Japan is struggling at this point. Now, is there a connection over here? The answer is no. This is the connection. Okay, sounds good. They are connecting over here, though, and trying to attack us. That's fine. These guys are definitely cut off from supplies now. And we're just going to push in down here, and we will eventually come up over this way. In fact, we're going to have these guys frontline right here, while these guys clean up the rest of this. Excellent. Mutinies in the army. That's rude. Very rude indeed. We're not trying to push up further than this right now. As far as this over here goes, we continue to nuke. Like so. I'm going to send this unit up over here now. Just the one unit. Kaboom! They're not ready yet. Excellent. So we're going to push in over here. We should probably check in on infrastructure. Yeah, there's some infrastructure to be constructed over here. Do it. Perfect. So our invasions appear to be quite successful. Or, well, one of our invasions is successful. One of our invasions is still fairly tenuous here. So we're working on it. And then these guys, yeah, they're coming in over here. When are they going to arrive? Shortly. Good. And they should be able to hold that. Fantastic. Now, these guys, we're going to bring them in over here. Excellent. And they're going to take over this position. These guys are going to be assigned back. Ah, there's this over here. Yeah, I forgot about this. They're going to be assigned back up over here in a moment. We should have enough supplies over here now to supply both of these armies, and indeed we do. Don't want to neglect this force, but look at that. We've got naval bases. And with that being a thing, we are then going to tell these guys that their goal is to offensive line down to here. They can go ahead and execute that. This guy, I still want heading up over this way, though. So we have supplies over here. Is it enough supplies? Not exactly. But we can continue to support these with nukes, which we already are. Kaboom. And getting this location will be a big, big deal for us. Okay, so these guys are manning this until we have this army arrive. That's fine. They're going to make their way up over here immediately, though. Just head on up. And forget about this. There we go. This army, of course, their goal is going to be to offensive line over to here for now. And they'll be arriving here very shortly indeed. Excellent. This guy's still going the correct direction. Yes, he is. Perfect. And in we go. I'd say at this point we have 2 successful invasions. This guy getting stack wiped? No, he's retreating further. Oh, this is connected up here. Perfect. Just keep going. We don't need to naval invade up there. Sounds great. How close is Japan at this point to capitulation? They are actually 36% to capitulation. Hilarious. Okay. Sounds good to me. So as we continue to push in over here, we could get a second army down here soon enough, but we only have 28 units assigned to this. And I'm wondering why that's the case. There we go. Now we have 30 units assigned. This guy's going to continue just to walk up over here. Excellent. So at this point, we definitely want to nuke here. We want to have control of this victory point. Both of these victory points would be great, actually. So we'll get that going. We are still a bit short on supplies over here, but that will change over the course of the next little while. We're not short on supplies over here, but we'll go ahead and nuke on this side of this straight crossing. I'm not too concerned about pushing up this way right now because we've got this crossing here. We need to have these guys get caught up. That is currently a fairly top priority, so we'll do that. Excellent. This guy's still on his way up over this way. Oh, look at that. There's actually 3 units up here. We're going to nuke them. There we go. And we'll nuke them again. We've got some stack wiping going on up here, looks like. That's great. Actually still losing this? Okay, now we're winning it. Perfect. We should stack wipe that, and there it goes. Beautiful. We did manage to take the victory point over here. That's great. So we should definitely check infrastructure over here. We don't have access to that yet. Okay, sounds good-ish. Emphasis on the ish. And we're beginning to push up over this way. Excellent. Hello, console. We're going to continue to nuke up this way. We should probably go ahead and nuke Osaka. At this point, they have a large concentration of troops there. So we're going to do that. And we're just going to continue to push up. I mean, this is... Yes, there is a atomic bombing of Kyoto. That is a thing. We're going to continue to push in. And we should have absolutely no trouble wearing these guys down. Our major concern right now is one of supplies up over here, but these naval bases are building at full speed now and not being interrupted. They will be finishing up quite soon. This guy is done up here and should be assigned back over here. Apparently he's not interested. Organization is just too low to advance, I think. Yeah, that's what's going on there. That's okay. He'll get supplies eventually. We definitely want to take Sapporo here. That's a big, big deal for us if we manage to take this. So we're going to nuke these down a little bit. Something like this. And now all of these units are going to push in. They're low on their second bar here for a lot of these. That's mostly because we do still have supply issues up over here, to be sure. We only have half the supplies that we technically need. Okay. Sapporo is, I think, about to be under our control, which should mean basically this whole island. Excellent. These guys, they're going to move up over here and join this front. Like so. And then we're going to have both of these armies selected. So these guys and these guys. Sounds good. They are going to then have offensive lines. Actually, you know what we should do? At this point, we should just have this be the army group. And then we're going to offensive line up to, like, here. That'll take them a bit, but they will make their way over. And some additional troops will head over there as well. Not these guys, obviously. And not these guys either. Get in here. Do we have nuke over here? Yes, we do. We have nuke. Use nuke. Nuke go boom. Perfect. What are we fighting for? The patriotic speech managed to work. Technically, we're fighting a defensive war. I don't care what anyone says. This is a defensive war. Oh, hello. Syria rebelled. Okay, we are just going to deal with that. No problem whatsoever. Okay, cool. This is not shocking. Technically, all we need to do is take Damascus and this victory point here. Sure. Not surprising. They have a tendency to do that. Hello. Well, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Oh, right. I don't want the whole thing naval invading here. Just this guy. Naval invade from here to here. Go ahead and go. But we don't really have much for our strategic navy map mode. I do want to check to make sure that this navy, or this naval invasion went off. It actually didn't. That's okay. We'll have them keep trying. Syria has capitulated. No surprise there. This army group over here forgot that they had orders to come all the way down here. There we go. Sure. I guess that'll do. There you go, guys. And we're just going to keep pushing in over this way. Excellent. Let's check in on any infrastructure creation that we can do down over here in our newly liberated areas of Japan. But yeah, remember, this is a defensive war for us. They declared on us. Kind of. I view it as a defensive war, okay? Yeah, we declared a war on an enemy, but then they joined the American Union, and then the American Union declared on us. So I consider this a defensive war. Absolutely. I don't care what anyone has to say about that. It's definitely a defensive war. Honestly, Japan is super close to capitulation here, I feel like. Where are they? 64%. Technically, the Russian Federation still has 115 divisions somewhere. They must be over the ones over here. Yeah, that's these guys. Okay, sounds good. We are continuing to push our way in. And with Japan falling, the question becomes, who else do we need to target in this war? The answer is mostly Caribbean countries, which we shouldn't have a particularly hard time dealing with. I was planning on dealing with those after the US, but then Japan joined the war, and Japan was definitely the higher threat there. So we have dealt with Japan, I feel like, at this point. It's only a matter of time. We have 2 successful invasions, and they can't fight off either. They're down to 119,000 manpower, and things are looking extremely grim for them. So that's great. As soon as Alaska is finished being taken, and in fact, we could nuke the troops up here, then we probably want to make sure... These guys are really not attacking very aggressively, are they? Like, just walk into Anchorage, guys. Just do it. Get in here. Like, seriously. Just attack them. Kind of feel like Abraham Lincoln in the second... I was going to say the Second World War. Abraham Lincoln in the Civil War. Yes, Abraham Lincoln, most famous president in the Second World War. Definitely. This is truth. You heard it here first. Why do we have no troops over here? No, seriously, why do we have no troops over here? Well, okay then. So, this is going to be interesting. It could take a bit. Okay. So, yeah, this is going to be pretty spicy. But also, apparently, I think this is going to be the end of the war. We're not interested in conquering everything in the world, right? This is Conquest of America, which we did conquer America. So, realistically, I'm not really interested in continuing this series after the war. If we're not at war with anything else here, this may well be the end. I didn't necessarily expect for this to be the end, and I just realized this is ending on Christmas Day, I believe. Cool. I have no idea what would be following this yet. I don't yet have up a... I was expecting this to require Invasions of the Caribbean and go for another episode or two. I don't yet have up a poll, but by the time you see this, I will have a poll up. For sure. I guess we'll see if we're still at war at the end of this or not. We're just taking all states right now. That is currently the only goal. Okay. I wish there was a slightly easier way to just take all states of all of them, but sure. That's pretty great, though. We essentially had a world war declared on us and won. I like it. Even with Syria being an absolute jerk. Okay, Egypt, West Germany. Okay. Palestine, yup. So yeah, I was not expecting for this series to end here, but it's starting to look like it will. Now, I haven't seen any Caribbean countries in this. So there's that. Look at how much victory points we have. That is insane. Hilarious, actually. Moldova, Papua New Guinea. I mean, I was going to say that's a Caribbean country. Papua New Guinea is not a Caribbean country. Just for the record, I am aware of that. Eritrea, Tanzania, Malawi, Nigeria, Ghana, Mali, Senegal dictatorial state, I miss Sierra Leone, Republic of Cayenne, the Solomon Islands, Republic of Slovenia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Republic of Macedonia, Northern Ireland, Basque Country, Corsican Republic, Republic of Kosovo, and Republic of China. Technically, we're a little over here. Okay. We need to give up some of this. Okay, now we can end that turn. There we go. And we have 251 here, so we are just going to basically take all states until we can't do that anymore. There. That's what we've got. And we can't take all of this exactly. We've only got 126 at this point. We actually may want to pass here. There we go. Take all states, take all states, take all states. There. Done. Fantastic. So the question is, are we at war? This is going to cause 366% world tension, but who's going to do anything about it? Like, for real, though. I mean, this is going to be the end of the series, I think. So, we're just waiting for this to calculate. You know what? We're not at war here. And we get an end screen. So I'm going to call that good. Yes, 1987. That was a really long game, but I had a lot of fun with it. So that is great. I am probably going to take a little bit of a break from Hearts of Iron before diving into the new supply system in No Step Back. So that'll probably start popping up in the series polls after the one that's up now, because I'm definitely interested in doing that. But I am also interested in a bit of a break, so it's probably not going to be in this next poll. But like I said, I haven't yet created that poll, so we'll just, we'll have to see. For now, of course, You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time with a brand new series. See you all then.